No, o sea, yo no he sobre escrito los protocolos. O sea, sí es uno de fichero web. No he probado quitando los de
Science box. Science.
Ahí también tengo payment, o sea,
Plans.
he visto esa plataforma.
Yeah. Tail, no sé, bla, bla, bla. What the fuck? Ah, perdón. Jesus, the plans. Sync. Relaunch.
O sea, algo ha cambiado en tu usuario, tal vez le han dado más permisos o te han mandado algo. Pregúntale en todo caso a Tania o a ¿cómo se llama tu?
Configuration.
Hey, Jose.
You surprised me. Hi.
Oh, I got on mute. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm running the command you provide, and
yeah, so I see we've got an error of some type in there.
yeah, why? I
Well,
really
good
don't
question. I'm trying to see. Start appliance.
Sure.
Is that the appliance ID you put in the 1000 1234? No. Where did you get that appliance? You didn't put in the appliance ID. In your, did you supply an appliance ID when you did your appliance ad? I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Yeah. I was. It
So-
automatically generated one. So
Okay,
I-
so you
I-
have two choices here. You can either
Okay.
use the admin tool or just the database and update the
Yeah.
UUID,
I was thinking about that.
or you could log into the appliance, which you may already be logged into, and change the, it's in opt appliance. I think it's an opt, and go edit the application properties file or the YAML file or whatever it is, and update it to this new appliance ID. They just have to match. So the thing is, it's trying to find stuff and it can't find anything. And
Yeah. Let me try the admin tool.
okay, so
Okay.
use the one that's in the log or the one that's from your settings file. That's why I mentioned that, is that you want to
Yeah.
make sure that, because that's the only way that it can find itself.
Okay.
Or you
So-
could always add a new appliance, but you might as well just add this, fix this one. And I think then, instead of doing appliance add, I think it's appliance update.
Yeah.
You'd have to look at the commands on that.
Yeah. Should be that command. So let me share my screen
Okay.
if you want. Okay. Let's see. We are on my local, so we should do an SSH root at what? At this.
So are you going to use the admin tool? Okay.
Should not take long. Blah, blah. And okay. Tool, blah blah blah. Dash help. But I'm not on the correct.
Oh, couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Admin.
And you can
Cool.
actually copy that, anywhere you want.
Yeah. But let me do this. So,
And so it would be appliance.
appliance update.
Yeah.
Appliance dash update. Off. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Yes. I know. Optional. It's an update. Appliance ID. Yeah, okay. So it should be something like
I think.
this.
ID is required, right?
Yeah.
But appliance ID is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Appliance
think
update. Appliance ID. You is not applying.
so dash ID would then be 1.
Yeah.
And dash appliance ID would be your GUID.
Mhm.
So dash ID is required. That's the only thing that's.
It's like a where and appliance ID. And this is the one that I want, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you could see that in the log too.
Yeah. This should do the work.
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. So
Nice. And it shows you, it lists out. So
yeah,
what it was. So then we can
do the tail thing.
Yeah,
again.
it looks like it.
But I need to be logged on the appliance. So
yeah.
Search root at what?
Oh, you got the row.
Yeah.
Oh, it found it.
I know. You can see it. Okay.
I'm feeling the log.
Okay.
So tailing the log is a good way to see what you're doing, and especially in kind of a development environment. I
Yeah.
use that all the time.
Okay.
So just to recap, all of our logs are in var log analytics on any of the machines. So on the BA server, the Pentaho log is there. On the appliance log. On the service API, the service API. So sometimes I bring up in my development environment 2 windows, one for the appliance and one for the service,
Okay.
and then I can watch all the traffic between the appliance and the service.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what I do. So this thing, basically, you know, it's doing that ETL loader, and that's the kind of job that runs at the top level that checks for schedules and things like that.
Oh,
So
great.
what we would want to do is run a. We need to use the admin tool again. So like
Yeah.
you could bring up another window, leave this one up, bring up another window, log into the machine to get to the your
Yeah. To
admin tool.
no, yeah. I know, but to what machine should I log in? Should I log on to?
Well, wherever you had your admin tool before. So what I was
Oh, okay.
suggesting is leave this one window open where you can watch the log file, where it's
Yeah.
tailing the log file, and then in this other window, go ahead and log back into the admin tool. And so I think the next thing we have to do, I'm just going to look at the admin tool in IntelliJ because it has all the commands listed there. It's kind of easy for me to look at. So we added the tenant, we added the appliance, and then we want to add I think it's the ETL data. Yeah, so we want to do an ETL data source add, which the command is ETL data source add.
Okay. That's 115. 73. Password. Okay. Analyze what analytics. Okay. Yep. So what were we?
So we're going to do a. So you can go ahead and list the help out again, just so we can see it here.
Okay.
I think you can just hit the up arrow.
You thought what?
I think you can hit the up arrow because it should still have commands in here.
Okay.
Or maybe not.
No. No problem. I think it's something like this. Job admin to dash help. Yep. I think it is.
So, yeah.
No. 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 I know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's your. Okay.
Okay, so we want to do one of those ETL data source add.
Okay.
So this is going to be an adding a job, right?
Yeah. Add ETL data source configuration entry in the configuration database. Yeah. Okay. We are adding a new source.
So we probably want to print out the help for that just so we don't
Yeah.
miss anything.
Okay. What?
Oh, because you got to do help and then the name of the.
Yeah, yeah. Great.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we need the appliance ID, which would be one.
yeah.
Um,
Connection string, data source. Yeah.
so
Host
it would
name.
be just like that one, but it would have your IP address of your source server. So one of the things we need to look at is, can you, in your Windows behind, bring up the Confluence page, and I'll show you where those are.
Yep. I think you mean.
It's over. No, it's going to be over on the left,
Oh,
and I think we have to scroll down a ways. Wait a second.
yeah.
Testing environments down under QA testing. It's up.
Oh, okay.
So there, go down to testing environments and open it up, and then we should see. Those are the testing environments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. Let me just flip over to mine and look, because
Sure.
it's easier for me to see. I know we've got it in one of these. So it's not under integration test environments. I thought it was under here. I'm still looking.
Yeah. Take your time.
I wonder if it's the partner teams. IGPOS data sources for tester demo. So it's under partner teams. I'll
Okay.
come back to your page. I can see you. So I think maybe near the top. Let's just start at the top. So we're looking for partner teams.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Partner. Where is it?
Right
Where
there,
is it?
partner teams. And there's LMS integration. There's InfoGenesis. It's a
Yeah.
top level. And
Oh,
then you want to open up that POS Analytics page. The one, it's down near the bottom. So see partner teams. It's a high level. You're in documentation. Come on down to partner teams.
yeah. Ah, okay.
And then open up the InfoGenesis one.
Okay.
And then you're going to see IG POS data source.
Yep.
Source data for tester demo. So if we click on that, we see a bunch of systems here. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to scroll down a little to the. Let's scroll down a little bit more. Why don't we pick Rosen? Why don't we pick number 11? So what you want here is, whoops. Okay. I'm trying to see. Where's the one on the Corp network? 72.113. Let me take a quick look into my database.
Sure.
So if I look at, okay, 0, I need to look at the config. Data set. Data sets, data source. View data. So let's see if I can copy these two rows. and send them to you in HipChat or in Slack.
Okay.
They're kind of ugly. I'll send them anyway. But so I'm using 113.118. So if we look back at your page, it shows those. Where's the QA data sources?
Oh.
So 113.118. So that's what I'm using. So that should work for you. And then you can see the username and password on that page. So see in the JDBC, JTDS SQL Server, I've got 118, and then I've got info user and stuff in there. So so if you go back to that page, I'll show you where they are.
Okay. What? No, I didn't want to do that. Yeah.
Right there. So you look over and it says QA1 POS1, and it's got an IP address that says corp. That's the IP address that you use. And then over to the right, you've got info user 2, and then info 51987. So that's the username and password for that data source.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to use on these parameters that we pass into. So if you go back and to your terminal window.
Yep. Oh.
So here, go ahead and hit an up arrow so you get or copy in the beginning part of your Java command, and then we're gonna just build it right here on the command line.
Okay.
We'll just grab the first part of one of those till you get to the to the command.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. It would be what was
so you want to do -- appliance ID.
Yeah. -- appliance ID, and the appliance ID should be
1. It's
this
the
one.
It's the ID. It's not the. It's not that one. It's number 1. And you can get those by listing. I think there's a command to list the appliances. There's appliance list. So if a person doesn't know, they can run the appliance list command and get that.
Very useful. This admin tool.
Pretty easy to add new stuff to it.
Yeah.
But we already know we added one appliance, and it's 1. It's number 1, right?
Yeah. Yes. I know. One.
Yep. And then we need a connection string.
Okay. Connection string. Data.
Connection string. Copy that JDBC SQL Server. But yeah, you can copy
right?
that one too. Yeah, you can copy that one.
Okay.
No, not all that. Just over to info user.
I'm sorry.
It's kind of hard because it highlighted it, So.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Great.
And then it's whatever the
data set ID.
Yeah, and the data set ID, I think we better go look at the one I've got that I sent you.
Okay.
Just to be sure, but I think it's data set 1.
Okay.
So if you look at what I sent you, it'll tell you what data set ID I was using. And there's another command that lists out the data sets.
There's everything on your admin tool.
I'm trying to see. Oh, it doesn't tell you the. Let me just look.
Okay.
It's hard coded. It's.
Oh.
So that's down in tables, data set, reference data. Yeah, IG is data set ID. Oh, it's 0. It's data set ID 0. And LMS is data set ID 1. So there's really only 2 data set definitions right now.
Yeah, only 2 source systems, right?
Yeah, it's one that defines IG and one that defines LMS. So we're going to do data set ID 1 right now.
And there is a -1, if I'm not mistaken, right?
There's
Or
a
not?
what?
There is a -1 or not?
I think I put in a -1 in my test one, but it's not one that's defined by default. So the ones that you get when you install a new database are just 0 and 1.
Okay. So we're pulling from IG. That
Yeah.
would be ID 0. No, 1.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
0. For some reason, I put those in 0 base. So no, you want 0.
Oh, I'm sorry. 0. 1 would be LMS.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
if we look back at what we need,
Data source type.
yeah, so this is where we put in IG.
Yeah.
I think if you look over on mine, it's got IG listed. It may actually be, well, you don't have one, so.
Might be IG or Infogenesis.
It might be Infogenesis. Can you go back to that? Oh, yeah, Infogenesis. Those are the 2 we support right now. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Description.
And that can be anything, right?
Infogenesis.
Yeah, you can just call it whatever. It's really for your job, right? It's what job name you want to call. Driver class name can be empty, so we don't need to put that one. So
Name and define the
I think
ETL data
that's-
source.
I think this would be like your system, right? Like this is Rosen cleansed.
Oh. So this, because the description. You mean this?
Yeah, it's typically because that will get used to define sort of your system, I guess, that you're running against.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
so that I believe does need to be unique.
Okay. Next one.
So if you were to import Rosen again on another job and you wanted it to be different, you'd call it like Rosen 2 or something.
Okay.
So, and then this is the password schema version. Again, we don't really pay a lot of attention to. That's that info user stuff.
This one.
Yes, that's the password.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're putting in the password? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need username. I guess that comes later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's no username here. So we will let these ones for later. I think.
Oh no, username's at the bottom.
Oh, well.
If you go back to that, you can see where username. Yeah. No, it's down. Oh, you see it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Username should be
set info user 2.
Okay.
And this is a little cumbersome setting it up, but once somebody has one of those command lines, it's pretty easy to add new ones in there.
Yeah. So schedule, no cron, right? Right now, or
Well, no, you need one. You'll need one.
oh, okay.
Um,
There is a syntax for cron, I remember.
yeah.
Can you please?
Oh, go over to my.
I think this would be. I really don't remember how to read
That's
this.
it. That'll run every minute.
Ah, okay. That this should work, right?
Yeah, we may actually change it, but
Yeah, but right now I don't know how to read it. So
so it's seconds, minutes, and the slash means every minute.
oh,
So we might want to, like, what I would sometimes do is I'd put in like a time that I actually want it to run. Like this is 13, 14, 15. So like if I put in, 16, uh, then so like zero, no, so zero, um, and then get rid of the /1 because I don't want it to run every minute. And then where the asterisk is, put 16. I think that will run at 4 o'clock.
oh. But
Now it does.
but here is okay.
No, go
Your
back to the
your
terminal
4
window.
o'clock.
Let's find out what time the server thinks it is, right?
Yeah. Uh, server time. What
Because
was?
oh, look at the other terminal window and see if
Okay.
because it should have times
Yep.
there, and that says it's 15:43. So yeah, in 15 minutes it should run.
Yep.
So we can put in 16 and see what it does, and then do we need one more thing? I think that schedule has to go in quotes.
Oh. Okay. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you're right. But what does it mean? What does it mean?
What does what mean?
And that interrogation quote, interrogation symbol. This, you
I,
see this?
I don't
I
know what that
think.
means.
Okay. Okay. Let me.
I just think you need to put quotes around your cron job.
Where is
In the
this?
terminal window, you're going to need quotes around the
Okay.
question mark. The
Yeah,
question
question
mark
mark.
is any
Ah,
year, I think, or something like that. There's a good. I think there's some place where I have it all listed out, and in fact, when you put this in, it should print out what your schedule is. So now what's the last option or thing we need to do for an ad?
schema version.
Schema
Tenant
version. Yeah,
ID.
just put in like 2.2 or 2.3.
2.3 should work, I guess.
And I think that's it, right?
And the tenant ID, I don't remember.
Oh, it's 1, right?
Yes, because we have only one.
Yeah.
Point.
So I think that looks good. So let's at least put that in there and see what it does.
Sure.
You can always edit it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, driver class name.
I thought driver class name.
Could be left in blank, right?
Yeah. Did we?
No, we did not consider it on the comment.
I thought it was an optional parameter. Oh, I think it needs to be just an empty string.
Ah, so this should work. Let's try it. Nope.
I think it needs to have double quotes.
Oh, an empty string.
I think so.
Yeah, let's try it. Oh, Oh,
I didn't like your cron job. Oh, there's no ending question mark.
yeah.
So go ahead and put an ending question mark. So yep, try that.
Yes. Great.
So it does some validation, as you can tell, before
Oh, really? How?
it actually tries to instantiate the cron job, and then so there it's verifying your cron job. So it'll say it'll run Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it gives you kind of a list of what it's going to do.
Oh, great.
So it actually did that, and now then in 11 minutes the thing should run unless we had a problem with.
I hope it runs. Cross
Yeah,
fingers.
I'm just looking at connections. Driver class name, so we've got nothing. I think I'm just going to go over and look at mine. My driver. Oh, no, we need to update the driver class name.
Okay.
It's going to be this. I guess it does need a driver class name.
Okay.
So we
Oh,
need to do the same command you had, but it's going to be an update.
Mhm.
And we have about 10 minutes to do it.
you know me, right?
Yeah. And so it would be, yeah, we can run that. And then, so we want to do an ETL data source update. I think all we need is the,
the parameter to be updated, right?
right. Well, we
See.
need the job number, which I think is going to be 1. So if you,
Oh,
in your terminal window, if you actually, after you get done with this, it's, I think, can you do the help on the ETL
yeah.
update? So go up arrow and then, yeah.
Okay.
So
Active.
this has a bunch of stuff, but the required is the unique ID of the ETL data source to update, and I'm pretty sure ours is 1. If you
Yes.
scrolled up in this list, you'd find out what it was because we just added it, right?
Yes.
It's up. Yeah, so right here. Oh, it's 1. See it there? It's
Yeah.
ID 1. Okay.
The first column.
Yeah.
Okay. Dash dash ID1 dash dash else driver class name
Yep.
and the one you provided.
And you
This
put
one.
too many dashes in there, but
Yeah. Ah. Let me just type it. Dash dash driver class name.
yep, that looks good.
Excellent. So, okay, great.
And this should then print out everything again. So yeah, and
Yeah.
it didn't do a cron job validation because you already had a cron job in there.
Yes.
So did it get the driver? Yeah, it did. It's just weirdly formatted. Did it get the driver class name?
I'm sorry. What did you say? Didn't hear you well.
Says driver class name false version, updated currents timestamp. It doesn't seem like it put the driver class name in there, did it? So we ran data source update driver class name. Huh. It doesn't seem like it updated it, did it?
Yes.
Do you see it?
No, I don't. But the ID was right.
Yeah, and it came out, but it's funny that it said driver class name
Empty. Empty
equals
string
false.
again. Right?
Yeah, I wonder why it came up. So ETL, I'm just going to look at the code.
Oh, false.
Options, driver class name.
Maybe we can go direct to the database, but check the code.
Yeah. I was trying to see where it.
ETL blah blah blah. So it should be this one.
Yeah. Can you go back to your screen? I just wanted to see. It said it updated it. Driver class name equals false.
Yes.
Oh, that just. Why does it return a true or false? I wonder. I notice your log file states that it picked up the new cron job and updated it. So as you updated this, it went ahead and scheduled the new job for 4 o'clock.
Yes.
And
We still have 5 minutes.
yeah. You don't have your database thing open, do you? Why did it not take that? Can we go back to your term window and try updating it again?
Yes.
But get rid of the quotes around it?
Okay.
So just go up arrow on your, yeah, or do that.
Okay.
So is there a problem with, so copy that in here, Donna, DB name, before driver class name.
No, still false. Driver class name, 10 on that.
No, that's not false, that's updated.
Yes.
So we should be looking at, that was the wrong column I think we were looking at that was false. It's not true or false, it's.
Yes.
So blah, 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 blah. So there's con. But it says driver class name equals false. That's weird.
Yes, it is.
Schema version driver. Maybe that is driver class name.
Maybe.
Why is it coming back? False. That's so data set driver class name params put validate not null or empty. So it comes back and it says it's got to be not null, not null or empty. So it needs to be, and then
But
I bet you it's false because it comes back and it's process options. We put the parameter driver. Oh, Rams put driver class name, and it says to Boolean. I wonder if that's not a bug in the where we say options driver class name and then we turn it to a Boolean when
Oh,
because I don't. But it's funny we put it in there and then it must convert it to a. That's weird why we put it to a Boolean. I bet you that's a bug. I bet you that's a copy paste bug. What is your sort of running out of time here?
yes, but
Do you know what your IP address is to that thing? To your config database?
just
At
my
170.
private would
No,
be
the public one.
the
the-
public one. Okay, just
Is
one
it
second.
113? 116.1?
Yeah, 116.1.
Okay, so and so then if I go PSQL -u Express -d AA mint service. So select star from config.data set. Okay. It's not data set. What is it? Data source. Yeah. Update. Tenant config data source. Set. Driver class name equal you only have one in there. No, that's not right. Okay, so I updated it.
Oh, you manually updated it.
I did.
Okay.
And it looks to me like it can't do what it was doing. So, like it tried to run because it already got to 16. So
How could I check on that? What table should
well,
I
you're
look?
looking at how you could check on what?
On the updated driver class name.
Oh, so do a so go up arrow. Let's get well. I mean, let's do it through the admin tool. So just
Okay.
hit the up arrow and let's look at one of your commands here. So this one
Should not work, right?
So just hit the backspace until you get back to this update. No, you had. So now use the backspace and go back to this ETL data source update, and we're going to say ETL data source list.
Oh.
Just hit the backspace and get rid of everything.
Yeah.
and just change update to list. No, we don't need that. Just get rid of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So dash list.
Yep.
And now try that. And this should list all of your
Oh.
all of your ones. And now you can see that driver class name is set to .NET SourceForge, right?
Yes.
So now hit the up arrow twice.
Okay.
Or yeah, that. We want that. Whoop, we want this one, and we no longer want.
List.
Oh, go up again. I'm sorry. We want the other one that we had. We want the update. There's the update. So now instead of go back and get rid of driver class name,
Okay.
and we're going to call it the scheduler cron exception or cron expression. So I just need to see what that's actually called.
Okay. Okay.
It's just called schedule. So it'd be dash schedule.
Yep. And this would be like.
Well,
This
so
is this is minutes, right?
No, but that's fine. What we want is 0. Let's call it 10. So from the left, it'd be 0, 10, 16.
Okay.
So just
Sure.
add a 1 in front of that. Yeah, or that. So that'll 10.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because you want it to run at 4:10.
Okay. I don't remember how to read this quickly. So this should do the work.
That should do it.
Oh.
And we should see it.
Okay. Oh.
So verifying the cron job, and then it updated the timestamp, the version. So it tells you what it updated, right?
Yes.
So write down in your list that there is a bug in the update for driver class name, and we'll go fix that tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll write a bug and we'll get that fixed. So now if we go look at your other terminal window for the log, we should see this change here pretty soon, hopefully before the time expires. The ETL loader job should run, load the new schedule, and so now it's just hurry up and wait.
Yeah. Let's wait for it.
So one of the things we also want to do is I sent you one for showing the LMS stuff, which is, the data set type 2. Let me see if I can get a better output of that than what you've got there.
Okay. Чатio, cuídate.
Well, it's got everything. It's got everything in there. I don't know. It doesn't look like this allows me to copy with this. This data view is not that great. So if I say copy, paste into here, yeah, it's not very good. What do I do?
Oh, I can see it on the log. It updated the cron.
Oh, good. It updated that. So in a couple minutes.
Yes.
So that was that outer ETL job loop that is responsible for scheduling the jobs and things.
Okay.
Um, and or I forget what it's called, but there's an outer loop that's it itself is running on a cron job, and so it fires up every few minutes and then looks for changes, and if there are changes, reschedules the job. So basically, this was so
Timon.
you can see where the ETL job loader run started. And so this is kind of how our logging works, basically, right? You can see where it started, says in process, no updates done, complete. And then the ETL job loader ran, it got configurations, um, and then you see the ETL loader job in process. It called the update ETL job start in process. It's rescheduling the ETL job. The ETL job info updated, and then that particular action update ETL job is complete, and the job loader run finishes. So that's kind of you'll see these things bracketed in start and complete with possibly in process things. So that's kind of how the logging works. Is you kind of see stuff, start, blah blah blah. So we should see this thing kick off here in less than 60 seconds.
Yes. And let's see how it works.
And the other thing, a person, so here the ETL job is starting to run. It's loading the driver. Now it's looks like it's batching up data. I'm trying to see. So you see it's got all these things, right? And then it probably changed to another table. So it's working on menu item. If you see over in the far right, change tables again. Now it's working on IG tender. Is it still going?
Yes, I think so.
Stop it.
Yeah, it seems like stopped.
Are you sure you didn't hit a spacebar in your terminal window or something?
No, I didn't do anything.
Wow. So it looks to me like, oh, the run sync job's all done. It finished all its data.
Oh, really?
And
That
so
fast?
so this is where you would want a window looking at your other box. So you could see all the transforms being run. This is why you want to look at the service API.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to bring up another terminal window.
Yes, of course.
Log into the service API box, and we'll just tail that log and see where we probably should have been doing this while we were waiting.
Let's see. Okay, root. Oh, I'm sorry. Root at the service API, right?
Yeah, 116.86.
Okay.
172.27.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then just, oh, so sad.
Yeah.
Then the tail dash F. And then
Where is it
space
located?
/var/log/analytics /var. I'm sorry, /var.
I think you put it right here, but it should be like.
It's not appliance log anymore.
Yeah, it should be another name.
So get rid of that analytic. So get rid of, and then hit tab.
API.
That's it.
Great.
So this is process DB transform log audit trail. I think it's already done. Yeah. But if you look at the top, it was, if we'd been doing this, you'd see that it had done a bunch of stuff, but now it's logging all the audit trails. So if we actually go in and look at your tenant database or bring up your BA server, have you logged into your BA server?
Okay, let me, oh, so much terminals. Admin tool. Yeah, I think this is my BA server.
Okay, so so if you just go to that
No,
external,
this is not.
so if you open up a term window to that 115.249,
Yes.
not a terminal window, I'm sorry, a HTTP.
Ah, HTTP?
Yeah. So just in your browser.
Ah, okay.
Open up a new tab.
Okay.
115.249.
Yeah.
So
What?
172.27.
Yeah. H. Yeah. Uh,
115.249.
yes.
And then colon 8081. Colon 8081.
Ah,
No, 8081.
sorry. But it is not working. What is going on? What the? Why?
115.249. Is that your
There's the public IP.
I think that's right. So if I go 172.27.115.2.
We're trying to look at the console, right? The user console.
We're trying to log into the, was it 249? 259?
Nope.
249. Hang on.
Yes.
No, it's logging in.
Oh, really? But mine is not.
Yeah. I will send this to you.
Okay. Oh.
And then I'm going to go AA admin user, and then my favorite password. I'm logging into our guest analyze on your box.
Yes.
Uh,
Can you see my screen?
no.
Okay.
I can move over there. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's AA admin user. Remember admin?
Yeah. With lowercase, right?
And then user. It's AA admin user.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Now log in.
Okay.
You can remember, whatever. It's doing its thing. Just give it a second.
Yes.
So this thing should be all set up. So then when this comes up, go ahead and say, create a new report. We'll create an item sales report, and then we'll add some stuff to it.
Okay.
Create new analysis report. We're going to pick, I don't know, checks, item sales, something.
Okay.
And we would expect data to be in here now. The other thing is go looking in the data warehouse tables.
Okay. Daily, hourly, monthly.
Sure. So let's go daily.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, it's okay.
Okay.
So now go ahead and
Track.
add like years to the top.
Okay.
I don't think there's a lot of data in that because it took so quick. But like year, which is partway down, go ahead and drag to columns.
Okay.
So the year, it says calendar year, and then, okay, yeah, day. But that's not going to tell you much because that's a static table. But hit year.
Yes. How do I get rid of this? Remove from report.
Yeah. Or you drag it down to the trash can. So
Oh.
year drag into, so year's down a little bit there, just down right there. Drag that into columns.
Okay.
Or just drag it from rows into columns.
Okay.
So yeah, just drag that down there. And then
Okay.
let's go ahead and grab like gross revenue. So double click on gross revenue.
Yes.
Yeah, you can actually double click on it. So there's only gross revenue data for 2013.
Yes.
But you could take server primary job and put it into columns or put it into rows.
Okay.
It's just down below the measures there. So just grab that, put it in rows.
Above or below?
Farther up. Put it in rows.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here.
Yeah, just drop it there. And then that should show us for 2013 the gross revenues for those different, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've actually got data in there now.
Excellent.
So tomorrow we'll kick off a job for LMS data, and then
Okay.
we'll look at those cubes, and then we'll spend some time actually looking at the. So you've seen a couple things to recap. You've seen looking at the log file of the ETL. We'll look at that again tomorrow from the appliance, and then you've seen the other side of it when you've looked at the service. We probably should have watched it sooner because then you'd see all the transforms run.
Okay.
But it finished its ETL job, sent a send complete command, and then it was done.
Okay.
Nothing more to do. And then it was up to the service API to actually run all those transforms. Then we came over and looked in here and saw that you had data in here. You can add more of those data sources that are on that one page. They should have a sort of an indication of how much data they have. So Rosen cleansed is a real small one. System 18 or whatever cleansed is a bigger one. So the other thing to play around is add more data sources. Each one has to be a job is an entry in that table, right?
Yes.
And so they have their own cron. So there's and some of these, I think most of these work. But you can see that some of these haven't been verified in a while, so you almost have to put them in and then watch your job run. And and for testing, I play around with those cron jobs. So yours is set up to run daily at 410.
Yes.
On the system time, but a person can set them up to run every 5 minutes or whatever they want,
Yes.
if you want to see it. So you play around,
almost like in real time, right?
yeah. And I was trying to see data source add on one of these. I put I had a real nice thing for what the cron job does, but I don't see it. I don't see it in any of this Groovy code. It specified what all those things were, and it used to be in the old default YAML. where we actually put it into a properties file, basically. And so, anyway, but the nice thing is when you use the admin tool to update it, it will
Yes.
show you, based on your cron job, what the schedule is going to look like when it's going to run. Like, hey, it's going to run at 4:10, and then tomorrow at 4:10, and so if you put in like 0/5 star question mark, it'll run that
Every 5 minutes.
and it will go, yeah, it'll run every 5 minutes, and it'll tell you I'm going to run now, and then blah 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 blah, and so it sort of gives you an indication of whether you got your schedule right.
Yes.
And then the only other thing is, like, if you make the start time too soon, you might end up not getting, the job might not update before it's supposed to run. So you have to wait, a little bit for the job to actually update, and things like that. But I think that's pretty good, right?
Yes.
And now you know how to log into your analyzer. And so one of the things would be, if you add users to the with roles of like producer and consumer to your, using the admin tool, add those to your tenant database. Like if you had Joe King as a producer and Al Dente as a consumer, you can log in then as those users.
Oh.
And you can actually then filter them to locations using the admin tool, and then they will only see certain data.
Okay.
So if you ever get to that part, that's kind of how you do that. The AA admin user has access to everything, but
Okay.
and then like let's see.
I'm sorry. One question. What is a producer means? Producer is the one who creates reports. Or,
Right, and there's specific. I think if you go back in here over to click down on opened. No, in this window, there's opened right at the top left. It says no, just left of there. Nope, not there. It says open. Yeah, so click on that, and then home. Go to home. It might be no. I'm sorry. Go back and go to administration. Administration at the bottom,
Yes.
and then users and roles. You'll see that there's. It's because you have no producers yet, but then when producers get added, they'll have. I think you have to add those roles first, like users with those roles. I think the install instructions talk about doing
Yes.
that.
Yes. Actually,
And
they
then,
do.
and then you have to go in here and define what those roles mean.
Okay.
So that's how that's not automatically set up.
Yes. Yes. We have the users on the Active Directory, so we can add them with the admin tool.
Yeah, you have to add them with the admin tool. Then those roles would show up here, but you'd have to come in as an administrator and then mark that, oh, a consumer can only read content and execute, but they can't do some of these other things. A producer can schedule content and create content, but they can't administer security, blah, 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 blah. So, and that, I think that install guide talks about how you're supposed to set those up. That's why I think they said you're supposed to enter in one consumer, one producer, and then set up the roles.
Yes.
So I think we went through everything. So tomorrow we're gonna maybe add another InfoGenesis data source so we have more data, and then we'll add an LMS data source. And one thing I wanted to point out here is that when you're back on the home screen of this page, and let's say you create another tenant database, so you run the install again on your tenant database, but instead of JL1, you have JL2. What you can do is under Manage Data Sources, you can change the DW Agilysys data source to point to your new tenant database. Now, authentication and authorization all go against your original one because we didn't change that. There's see that DW Agilysys right at the bottom? No. It was go up right there at the bottom entry.
This
if you
one.
click on that and then hit the little pencil,
Edit.
then you can actually change the host name, or it would be the same host, but you'd say JL2.
Yeah,
Test
different tenant.
And so your authorization and authentication will still come from AA tenant JL1, because that's kind of hard coded in the system from other places. But what it's kind of a trick is basically what I'm showing you is that if you want your data to come from that second database, just change it here.
Okay.
Or you could even add another, data source in here and then point your reports at those. But that might get a little funky because DW Agilysys is used in various places. But you can pull data. You'd have to, I think, refresh your caches and stuff when you do
Okay.
this. But it is possible to, have multiple databases on your server with different data, and then go, oh, this one just has LMS data. I just want to look at that one, right? Anyway,
Yes.
it's just a trick, and I just wanted to show you that you
Great.
can repoint this thing at a different one. It's not what we do in production, but it is useful for you as a developer.
Okay.
So anyway, that's I think all I want to say about that.
Okay.
So tomorrow we'll import some more stuff. We'll watch it again. We'll do LMS, and then we'll go in and we'll look more closely at the LMS tables and some of the LMS documentation.
Great. Great.
Okay,
Great.
buddy.
I appreciate your help. Actually.
Yeah. No, this is great. And Roberto never got this far, so at some point he's going to have to get his environment set up.
Yes.
When Melissa comes in, I'm sure she will need some help on this too. It's
Sure.
Once it's all done, it's really not too bad. And then spinning up a new environment, doing the installs, setting up my stuff. It's not that it shouldn't be that bad, but then there's always improvements we can make, right? But
Yes, always.
so,
But let me first get used to this in order to. yeah. But I think I will very soon.
Oh, and don't forget about. I want you to enter a JIRA for that bug we found, and then we'll go fix that in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
And then we can test it too.
A JIRA about the update of the admin tool, right?
Of the driver class name, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So see you tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye.